Okay. Well, since I have nothing to record over and no editing skills and nothing to edit with, I might as well record myself reading my script for a fucking piece of shit made to be based off of a guy who's a sham. Shammy, please notice me, senpai, I wanna die. Fallout 3 and New Vegas, baby. If only I had some moonshine with me. Too bad I drank it all out of the Canadian maple syrup bottle I recycled to become a flask. Well, I should probably just not read this and let you read it, but that's not really how you get some comedy working now, is it? Or some sarcasm or anything like that. You know, it's pretty hard to interpret sarcasm through text if no one's reading it. Or, if you had a life. Would you like caps? I got caps. Please, please, please support me. I don't have Patreon and I don't have anything. But please, I am so fucking depressed. Oh shit, I have to take my medicine after this. Forgot about that. Fallout 3 is one of the few Bethesda games that was made on an outdated engine. Because Vegas, baby. And Fallout New Vegas is the best Bethesda game despite being made by Obsidian, showing how Bethesda is a little piece of shit making their own games. You know, this really shows how Bethesda could really just fuck up really bad. I mean, look how many freaking fucking pieces of shit of Skyrim they made. So many remakes, expansions, and side shit. Yes, I'm going to refer to the Skyrim card game as side shit, not the side dish that you use to wait for Elder Scrolls 6. That is a game that will never be made. Well, while I'm walking off the yellow brick piece of corporate road back to I'm gonna go back to the game made by Bethesda that had so much hype that people forced them to like it. Unlike the garbage of No Man's Sky, which had so much more hype. Yes, I meant to put Skype. I didn't. It's supposed to be an H. But so much less fuck me up the ass nostalgia. So, now that I'm going to interpret how much of a piece of shit it is, I'm going to tell you how the intro was like peeing in a cup at the doctor's office. Because when I was playing the introduction, it felt like I couldn't get to experience a game. It didn't teach me anything, and I had to force myself through it, such as peeing out of the empty plastic cup known as the intro. After peeing in the cup, I had to drag myself to experience somebody's shit show of an adventure by go find this, go fix that, go fetch that, and go fuck yourself with the Saints Row 4 purple dildo bat. I find myself being nice in these games because they are less rewarding. Despite they are less rewarding. But, admittedly, I do it just so I can get out of all of the frickin' stuff. Anything. All of it. I don't want to do the combat because the combat is shitty. They don't explain it well. And, or they don't even explain it at all. And, the speech system, well, it's done well. Well, it's not done well. It's a good one, but they don't do it well. They don't execute it correctly. They don't make it nice. They don't make it feel like a good speech system. And as I try to get out of that erotic torture show known as Fallout 3, I would personally want to stop after the 2 hours. But I continued and found myself with an extremely linear path, with me staring at a compass for 5 hours, and after trying to lube my ass after getting fucked by the Saints Row 4 dildo bat, that are the 2D characters that don't have a personality, just a quest and a few bottle caps. And enough bottle caps to make yourself wish that you lived in Fallout to buy enough moonshine to get drunk over, and then fall off a cliff. I gave up after the 10 hours of trying to find a new path, other than find Dad, go save world, and go fuck yourself to death instead of letting the guy with more certification and better knowledge of saving the annoying Shoddy known as the ending of Fallout 3. Shoddy is some really fucking annoying kid that once tried to rape me in 4th grade. Now let's hopscotch over to the poor school that has people that are nice and have better things, despite being more poor and having less reasons to be even more fucking nice than the rich community full of walking cardboard dicks that try to stick their hair in every single decorated cardboard boob that have, well, nipples that you call one of the best. Because, honestly, it's in the top 27. If you live in New Jersey and you've looked at the top 27 schools, you would know what I'm talking about, and you would also know where I'm living. Because, I live in a shit show. And I have too much to say well, I have too much of an opinion, or sheep opinion, about Fallout New Vegas to jam in your head. But, honestly, just don't cry wolf to get shammy over here. I have a real people allergy called depression. Just let me get something, because I can't fucking bother with actually giving 2 cents to a game I praise so much that I would bend over again after getting my ass stretched by Fallout 3. Fallout New Vegas is so fucking good, it's like reading a really good book. If the really good book's main character was you, instead of a post-apocalyptic world, and you get to decide how the story goes. No Mary Sue's because you have a quirk, and the character is you, and lots of well-placed Deus Ex Machinas, because, fuck me, I actually like that stuff if you do it right. Such as making it a Deus Ex Machina that you develop and try to get working, that you work for. My favorite mission is somebody to look over me, because it reminded me about how much I wanted to leave my family, but it also showed me how much I wish my parents actually loved me, instead of viewing me as a son, of cattle, or a way to get alimony money, and how much I wish I was Allison, or how much I wanted to change it for this character, and almost all of the characters feel human unless you're doing the main quest, because Obsidian just really wanted to get the main quest over with and actually start creating a good game. I just binge played every... What? Why did I put every Fallout game there? I just binge played Fallout New Vegas and have not eaten or drank anything for the past 10 to 12 hours. Also, I forgot to take my depression medicine, so my brain has splattered all over the bloody mess that I call a dry soup, if you get where that's coming from. Coffee was my breakfast, and yes, I really like Fallout. Now it was 1 point off of being my favorite series. If you ask what my favorite series is Fire Emblem, because it's a piece of shit, but it has great combat. No, it doesn't actually have that good of a combat, but I really like it because it's obscure, and it's fun, entertaining, if you're playing Awakening. But if you're playing Fire Emblem Gaiden, or the Fire Emblem Echoes, which is a remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden, you'll really like how complex and annoyingly amazing and challenging it is. But you'll also like, the Fire Emblem Dawn of Radiance, Fire Emblem, what was it called again? Shadow of Dragons or something? I don't know. I haven't played all of them. You'll like it because of the story, and the gameplay is designed to not be too fucking easy, unlike Awakening and Fates. Fate's combat was so fucking easy. Not even easy, no, just boring. That after I played 157 hours of it, because I forced myself to, I realized how much I really should not have spent over $140 on that one game. Because I really like Awakening. Because I liked it. I liked it because it had easy combat. I made the combat as difficult as possible from the way that I really saw how the other games were. But the story wasn't good. It just felt like 3 anecdotes stuck together with Elmer's school glue. Okay, back on to... Oh, shit. I should have used that corporate road thing here, whatever. And yes, I sent that to my friend after looking over the effect of depression on my brain that I get from my parents, friends, family, and playing enough Fallout New Vegas to cry for a whole night. This review felt more like an anecdote than it did a script for a video game review, made to rip off a joyless owl. Shammy, please notice me, senpai, I wanna die. If you really came here to know how I felt about New Vegas as a game and not a way to lash out on myself for the depression caused by my parents and not by the actions of a young child, I have a ready review for any heartless person or an average person, as I'd like to refer to them. I'll read out loud. Great RPG with a mixture of complicated shooting combat, and for people that don't understand complex combat theory, where you have to crouch and aim down sights, you freaking idiots, to get the best accuracy. There is VATS, which is a way to make an FPS feel solely like an RPG to anyone who already knows the combat. Wait, what? And anyone who already knows the combat would find reward in VATS, with some of the abilities to increase VATS damage and such. I personally don't really, and such. I don't personally really like the skill progression system because it's too much of an RPG. Well, no, it's not. It's a little bit, too scrambled, I should say. Because in an open world, because the simple rank system in Fallout 4 actually was more efficient and easier to organize and understand, with just as much impact, and that is basically the only thing I have to say bad about this game. There's so many interesting narratives filling and spilling out of the Mojave Wasteland. That is amazing. And the modding community isn't very strong right now, but they left behind so many good things to play with. To keep the message short, they made a great FPS RPG mix with lots of RPG narrative and with combat. So complex and confusing, they needed to simplify it into a buttery smooth system. And a level progression system so confusing, I have to give praise to Fallout 4. Yes, this is my shitty review that I wrote on a piece of shit laptop called the Dell Inspiron 1537 that I had to fix 5 times because some shitty kid named Steven, a Cyrano, broke the LCD screen, and then he broke the motherboard afterwards that I had to replace with, so I have a shittier, worse processor now, and then that one time when I dropped my charger on the floor with the laptop on top of it, where I had to fix the charger, but I actually ended up buying a new one because I did not know how to fix it, and I ended up breaking it more. And then the 4th time, when he broke the cable for the LCD screen. Yeah. That's fun. So, I hope you enjoy my piece of garbage review created by the dead brain cells in my mind that used to be filled with love and laughter from my family, my friends, and the people that I used to know, but I don't know them anymore because of my depression. And that was replaced with what I call comedy, if made by a piece of shit that knew a little bit of how much of a piece of shit he was. And that's moonshine from a Canadian syrup bottle. Don't mind me. Fuck yourselves. Well, I'm gonna try to pull off that joke and the weird thing I saw once. You know, sometimes when you expect the video to end smoothly, it just